The Honourable Member for St. Norbert.
Madam Speaker, Remembrance Day. We have heard many stories of those who paid the ultimate price for our freedom. But let me share with all of you what Remembrance Day means to me. As a child, I remember lining up to go into the school gym for school Remembrance Day ceremonies. I remember being part of the Remembrance Day service when I served in the Canadian Armed Forces. And now in my role as Special Envoy for Military Affairs, I attend many events and see many veterans and always thanking them and their families for their service. But honestly, Madam Speaker, Remembrance Day never really hit me as it did on August of 2007. I was in Oakville, Ontario on a business staying at a hotel. And you know, every morning you wake up and at the door is a newspaper. And that's when I noticed two soldiers on the front page, and one looked very familiar to me. I fell to my knees and wept all day. Madam Speaker, this week for him, I weep every time I think of him. Master Corporal Duchesne, age 34, hometown, Montreal, Quebec, Unit 5th Field Ambulance, 5 Area Support Group, Valcartier, Quebec. Deceased August 22, 2007. The incident was a landmine, Afghanistan. I went to boot camp with Chris and we kept in touch. I was his translator in boot camp, as at times he struggled with English. The shock of his passing hit me hard. Once back in Winnipeg, I grabbed my album of my boot camp photos, and there we were, 2 young men ready to serve the country that we love. Chris had 2 daughters and a wife when he left us. I could not imagine leaving my wife and 2 children that soon. And as a veteran myself, I often reflect on the sacrifice of all who fought for freedom, equality, and our rights as Canadians. On behalf of all Manitobans, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our veterans and active military personnel for your service and sacrifice in the pursuit of peace and defense of democracy. I encourage all Manitobans to learn about the sacrifices and achievements made by those who have served and continue to serve during times of war and peace. As well, I invite all Manitobans to become involved in remembrance activities and preserve the legacy for future generations. On November 11th, join in the great unifying tradition of honoring our military personnel, past and present, by observing the minute of silence, wearing a poppy, or showing your support by attending public memorial events. And to the dozens of veterans joining us today in the gallery, we can never thank you enough. My colleagues in the Legislative Assembly extend to all our sincere appreciation for your service. You are all a source of national pride. Thank you for having defended the core values that define us as Canadians. Thank you, Sergeant Tommy Prince. Thank you, Wing Commander Billy Barker. And thank you to my friend, Master Corporal Chris Duchesne. We will remember them. Thank you, Madam Speaker.